Thomas lived in a village nestled between rolling hills. Life was simple. Days were spent helping his father in the fields. He longed for adventure. He dreamt of faraway lands and mythical creatures. Thomas's father was a seasoned hunter. He often regaled Thomas with tales of the forest. He spoke of cunning foxes and elusive stags. Thomas listened with wide eyes. He yearned for the day he could join the hunt. One day, his father announced it was time. Thomas was finally old enough. He would join the men on their next hunting trip. Excitement bubbled inside him. This was his chance to prove himself. His mother was hesitant. She fretted about the dangers. His father reassured her. He would keep a close eye on Thomas. It was time for his son to become a man. The forest was alive with sounds. Birds twittered, leaves crunched underfoot. Thomas stayed close to his father. He drank in the sights and smells of the woods. The hunters stalked their prey. They moved with practiced stealth. Hours passed. The thrill of the hunt consumed Thomas. He forgot his father's warnings. He strayed from the group. He was sure he saw a flash of antlers. He pushed through a thicket. He found himself alone. He was lost. Panic welled up inside him. He called for his father. Only silence answered him. The forest seemed to press in around him. He was trapped. A low growl cut through the stillness. Thomas froze. He turned slowly. Standing behind him was a hulking figure. It was an ogre. It was taller than any man. Its eyes glowed red in the shadows. The ogre grinned. It picked Thomas up with one huge hand. Thomas struggled in vain. The ogre carried him through the forest. It took him to a dark cave hidden behind a waterfall. Inside the cave was damp and cold. Bones littered the floor. Thomas shuddered. The ogre threw him down. He landed in a heap. He looked up at his captor. The ogre spoke. Its voice was a deep rumble. "Solve my riddles, boy," it said. 7 riddles to unlock the secret of this cave. Succeed and you go free. Fail and you join my collection. Fear coiled in Thomas's stomach. He had heard tales of the ogre's riddles, but something inside him refused to give up. The cave was filled with strange objects. Each object held a riddle. A rusty sword, a cracked mirror, a silver keyhole with no door. The riddles were cryptic. They spoke of time and fate and the nature of truth. Thomas struggled with each riddle. He paced, he thought, he despaired, but slowly he began to unravel their secrets. He found clues in the ogre's words. He found clues in his own life. He found clues in the very fabric of the cave itself. Days turned into nights. Thomas grew gaunt and weary, but he refused to give up. He had come too far. He had faced his fears. He had stared death in the face. He would not be broken.